In this video, I'm going to be talking about how Converse All Star athletic shoes have changed in recent decades. So the first exhibit I have is a pair that I bought. I believe I bought it in the 1990s, and I really don't know because I've used this pair. I would say only mainly for cycling indoors on a stationary cycle, and so it's not really worn on the soles, as you will see, but it's a good pair, but it's only size 10, so it's kind of hard for me to, well, I try to squeeze into them without unlacing them. But anyway, I'll explain more as I show them to you. Okay, hold on. Here is this pair of shoes. Now, the first thing you'll notice is that they're made in USA. Probably not the first thing you notice, but see that down there? Let me get that in there. Okay, this will focus. Made in USA. Okay, and then the tag might have said that too, but it's just long worn off. And the other one says the same thing, made in USA. Can you see that? Okay. The other thing is, on the back here, it says the size, right? So it says, these have been really sweat in a lot. Size 10, okay? And, but see how good these are in such great condition. The soles are basically unworn except for the middles where the pedals are. They're like peg pedals. They're not really thick. They're about an inch thick or wide or whatever, but but these are in excellent condition, but they're look at all this dried sweat on them. That's sweat that's just caked on there, that's soaked through, and these are really have some wear in the backs. Let me show this to you. See that just from slipping them on and off. This thing has to focus. Okay, they're really worn in the back, but the tops are not really worn because they're just used mainly for cycling indoors on a stationary cycle. Same on the other shoe. These are really worn in the back from being slipped on and off a lot, but they're not, so they're just tied with like a double loop or something. Anyway, they're not really worn up front, but they've got a lot of just dried sweat and dirtiness. Okay, let me show you the brand new pair I just bought today. I want to tell you that my feet have grown. So the other pair were size 10. This next pair is size 11 and a half. And they're not made in USA. They're made in, I guess, Vietnam. And you'll see a few differences. But these are so comfortable. I laced them up and I put them on, and I was just walking up and down all around the house, up and down the hall and everything. And they're just so wonderfully comfortable. And I'm not sure what I'll use them for. Maybe for walking or just around the house use, or maybe cycling. But let me go ahead and get these ready to show you. I just bought these today, and let me show you on the back. Okay, Converse All Star, but see below, they do not show the size like that other pair did. But these are brand new. I just bought them. I've been walking up and down the house in them. And the other difference is they're not made in USA. So look, oh my gosh, it fell. Look, I'll just show you the other one. All right, so Converse, they don't have the made in USA thing, but you can see here, I'll pull up the tag. So can you see that? Made in Vietnam, and these are men's 11 and a half, made in Vietnam. So apparently they've been outsourced, but they're still great. Maybe they're as good as ever. I couldn't really find any other changes. They have the same two holes, and same. I compared the soles, like the design of the tread down there, those like diamond-shaped things. There, it's all exactly the same. So these are 11 and a half. So they really haven't changed much, but they're great. I mean, I love these. And what I liked about the older ones was that they were made in USA, because I love buying American. You know, support your own economy and all that, but they're Converse and they're All Star, and you can order these online. I went and bought these in a Shoe Carnival store. Let me just put the camera on me. I get the other one. The other one fell down. Let me get that. So here's the other one, so you can see them together. But it's the same. I mean, doesn't say made in USA. It does say, let me get this tag up. It does say made in Vietnam, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, we were in Vietnam. But anyway, these are optic white, and I love this color. And let me get this camera on me a minute. So I'm gonna start another clip here. So yeah, these are so super comfortable, and I'm really I like the idea of buying American. But I'll tell you a little story. The longest walk I ever walked was soon after I turned 30. And I had measured a course on a map with a ruler using the scale and everything, and I measured it out to be 50 miles. And I started around 7:30 a.m. and I finished right at about midnight. And so it was supposed to have been a 50-mile course, and then later I measured it by car because it was all on roads. and it ended up being just slightly over 55 miles. So I took about 16 and a half hours, and I walked 55 miles, and they were in a pair of white Converse All Star shoes, just like those, except they were a smaller size, and I don't remember what size they were. Obviously, they wore out. Now, there was one other difference on those shoes. On the bottoms, I don't know if you ever heard of shoe goo. It's some kind of thing you put on, and then it dries, and it's like rubbery stuff like Super Ball. Well, there were two other alternative brands, and one brand was made by Kiwi. Kiwi's famous for making like shoe polish and brushes and stuff. But they made this stuff called shoe patch, and it was a little bit different from shoe goo in that it was a little bit less bouncy and more firm, and it might have stayed on a little bit better. But I had that just like, I had like filled those diamond-shaped things in the bottom and had like a base layer. And so it was like an extra little sole underneath, and I walked 55 miles in those. I mean, it was like walking fast. But if you do the math, it's not all that fast. In fact, it's probably not quite as fast as 4 miles an hour. It's somewhere between 3 and 4 miles an hour, which is not super fast for somebody young, and I was in excellent shape. And I had a job that I walked all the time on. I was delivering flyer advertisements door to door for a maid service, like hanging these coupons on doorknobs. But so I was in good shape, and I was running and stuff. And I love walking, but yeah, I did that. And I did it in those tennis shoes, but like I said, I had built up the base below, had a layer below. Not in the backs, I don't think, but in the front, like the forward part. But definitely in the forward part, maybe in the backs too, I don't really remember. But you know, I was walking on like shoulders of the roads where there was like gravel and like light dirt and dust and stuff. And the shoes took it pretty well, and I got through it. It was very comfortable. So anyway, I just think these are great shoes, and they're originally made in USA. They're a great American company, and I really like them a lot. So thanks for watching this video, and hopefully I'll be getting some good walking and cycling in these Converse shoes. Oh, and you can order them online. I got mine at a Shoe Carnival store because I had wanted to try them on to make sure I had the right size. So I got 11 and a half, and that's the only size I tried on, but they were comfortable, so I didn't mess around. I just got those. I mean, I could have like tried them on in the store and then left without buying them and then ordered them online. Ordered them online because you can order them from Converse for like $50 a pair, and I think that's free shipping. But instead, I bought them in a store, and they were $55 plus tax. So I paid $5 for having the luxury of being able to try them on, but I'm also supporting stores because, you know, if we lose our stores, like, well, how can you try something on, though, if you're ordering online? So there is a purpose for stores. But, like, if we lose all of our stores to online shopping, then we won't have these wonderful in-person stores. Anyway, so I'm going to go now. Have a super time. Thanks for watching.